This is going to be the most hated video on the internet. Hello guys, hope you all doing great. Your boy here back with another video, and this is going to be a video a lot of you guys are going to hate, especially my fellow bodybuilders. Um, Probably don't have the best reputation in the game anyway, so who cares? Um, so I'm going to talk about bodybuilding, what I think about bodybuilding, my reality. Being a bodybuilder for almost 10 years now. I started training back in 2011, so yeah, it's been almost 10 years, and I'd like to share my experience, the reality of it, especially in Africa, which you guys know, bodybuilding not really developed here. We're now getting into it basically. So, there's certain difficulties, but I'll get to that part later. So, first of all, I'd like to talk about something, right? Fitness and bodybuilding. And there are two different things. Bodybuilders are not fit. If you're trying to be healthy, you probably should focus on being fit, which is being a certain weight according to your height, right? I'm technically not fit. I'm obese, and well, according to this chart, I'm obese because I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm currently about 105 to 106 kg. So I'm obese, which is not being fit. You know, it doesn't matter if it's fat or muscles. It's still weight. You're right. You're putting a lot of strain on your organs, your heart, your liver. Your heart still has to pump blood through all of that. It doesn't matter if it's fat or muscle. You're still heavy. You still have to carry that weight around as well. So I never actually really considered bodybuilding being a healthy thing, right? Both mentally and physically. I don't like, and again, this is my opinion, right? I never really considered it being a healthy thing. If you're trying to be healthy, you probably should stick to your weight, right? Your weight class. Supposed to uh, not be overweight. You can be maybe overweight, a little bit overweight at the limit, but not obese. So me being 6 feet, being over 100 kilo is not good. And again, this is my opinion, and this is what I think. So I'm not saying bodybuilding is not a good thing. You know, I started training because I was a skinny guy. I was actually underweight, and I'm having some confidence issue and stuff like that. I always wanted to be big. My dad was the biggest fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I grew up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger movie on TV. Chuck Norris, Stallone. My dad was the biggest fan, so I probably watched Contract and no, which one the one where Arnold went to rescue his daughter from whatever the name was. I probably watched that movie about 15 times growing up. My dad was a huge fan of Arnold, so you know it was it has always been a dream for me. And then I watched Dragon Ball, of course Goku, and I always dream of looking like him. So that's something I always thought this is what a man should look like, right? So mentally, well, it has worked out for me. I'm definitely don't get me wrong. I'm definitely happy with how I look right now. And I'm even trying to be health to get bigger. But like I'm saying, it's not about health, not physically and not mentally, because I'm trying to compensate, right? Something I'm trying to overcompensate with the muscles, trying to how do you say it? To feel a void. Yeah, I don't know if you follow it, like feel a void right in my life with that. I should be able to be happy not looking this big. I should be able to happy being a regular guy, but I'm not. In fact, anytime I stop training and I'm trying to lose weight, I get depressed. So that's not a good sign um, of mental health, no matter what you think about it. Um, So, like I said, I never considered bodybuilding being healthy. Fitness is a good thing. It's good to be fit. It's good to be able to run, the best you can, to jump, to whatever, be fit, right? That is healthy, and which is being a good weight according to your height, having a good ratio. So now natural bodybuilding, which is actually the point of making this video. A lot of people don't believe me, but I'm natural. I never took any product before. In fact, I actually waited 2 years before I started using supplement. I trained for 2 years. I was getting big. I was getting results before I started using supplement because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe. I didn't thought it was necessary. I was like, I can eat, and my parents are farmers. I had a lot of food, meat, things available at home. With things going bad basically at home because we had too much of it. So like I didn't need to buy supplement basically. Everything was a food, and it was working well. I started taking supplement when I started living on my own, and I had a job. I had to go to school, and I was doing something else at the same time. But anyway, I didn't have enough time to be cooking meals and stuff like that. So I got a supplement because it was practical. I didn't have to. I could get on my my protein intake, the amount of protein that I need, without having to cook all the time. So that's the only reason I started using supplement. Otherwise, I probably would have never used them to this day. Um, so so that's it. That's it for stuff. And like I said, I'm natural. I never took any drug. Um, I put out enhancement. I don't want to say the name, or this video is going to get blacklisted by YouTube. But you guys probably know what I'm talking about, all the products. So I just take the supplement food right now, and it works. Um, so yeah, I'm natural, and I have been dealing with a lot of things because of that, right? Um, First of all, is hard to for people to include you in this community when they don't really know, like they don't really know what you are, right? So your fellow bodybuilders, those who are natural, probably do not believe you are, so um, they are not going to trust you. Those that are not natural are not going to trust you because to them you are pretending to be. So you like it's like you're a snitch or something. Like you're not being real with them, so they're not going to trust you. You're going to feel excluded from things, and that's it. And here we don't have drug tested competition, so everybody competes. We don't have, so you basically have no way of proving yourself. That's one point. The second point is competitive bodybuilding is has no future. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't know um, if you're sitting watching this video thinking about becoming a bodybuilder, like making money from bodybuilding as a competitor bodybuilding, as a competitor bodybuilder, and you're thinking about doing naturally. Man, I got some bad news for you. You can probably make it, right, but I don't think you're ever going to be able to make like big money from it, like you think you are going to. Because let me tell you how this works, right? Any other sport, well, I also don't consider bodybuilding to be a sport, but I'll get to that later. Any other sport works by promoters organizing the show. What I don't care if it's football, tennis, basketball, or whatever. Promoters organize shows and get money from people, spectators, people that pay to come and watch the show, right? Either it's live on TV or whatever, and that's how they make money. So you have to be able to promote or present something that people want to watch, that people are interested in. And people are interested in things that are extraordinary, things that they have never seen before, things that they're definitely not going to see on the street or just walking around, right? And they're not going to spend $500, $1,000 to go and just you know watch a regular guy on stage. They're not. You know, if they're going to spend $500, it's going to be to see a monster, something there, someone, something they have never seen before, or they're never going to see on the street. And that's why natural bodybuilding is not taking off, because most of us just look like a regular Joe, someone you can just see on the street. So you know, I don't think there's ever going to be a point where you can make big bags being a natural bodybuilder going to competition. I don't think that's going to happen. No, and yes, you can probably get into training. Sorry, be a fitness trainer, training people, make money from that. But then again, there's just so much you can do, and the market is actually really, really crowded right now, and it's based on achievement. It's based on popularity, which you get from competing and making a name for yourself, which is hard to do. Again, because it's so competitive. There's so like it's crowded, right? There are a lot of people doing it, so it's really hard to stand out and make a name for yourself unless you do something that makes you stand out. So again, that's going to be really hard to do. Again, I am talking from my perspective, living in a country where bodybuilding is not really developed. We don't have all the opportunities one might have on other continents. But based on conversations that I've had with clients and friends in the US, in Europe, it's pretty much the same reality. Most of them have 9 to 5 jobs, and they train on the side, they do competition on the side. So, it's pretty much the same. It's just as hard. But look, I'm not saying being a natural bodybuilder is not worth it. It all depends on the reason why you're training, right? If you are just like me, right, training just to look good, training, for confidence gain, for whatever reason, but it's not a monetary thing. You're not trying to make a career of it. It's probably better to be natural. Believe me. And the reason is, I don't know how much it costs, and I don't care how much it costs. Even if it's $10 a month to get drugs, $100, it's still money. And I rather have that money sitting in my bank account than than using it to buy things that I'm not going that are not going to bring me more money. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman, and that's not a smart business decision, right? I'm not making money from bodybuilding, so I'm not going to invest more into it than necessary, right? Maybe once I start making money from it, who knows? But currently, I'm not. So I don't see the point. That's reason number one, financially. Reason number two is you are going to be able to hold on to your gains longer if you build them naturally. You're not going to be able to train forever, right? You're going to grow old, maybe build a family or whatever, a business, have responsibilities where you're not going to be able to go to the gym 5 days a week. Um, you know, eat as much as you can. Blah blah. You're growing old. You're not be able to build more muscles and stuff. You will really be able to hold on to your gains longer and better if you build them naturally. So you know, think about it. Imagine working out for 30 years of your life. You look huge as hell. 140, 150 kg. You are huge. You got used to looking that way, and then you grow up, and then you can't work out anymore, and then you just you lose all your muscles. You're gonna lose part of you in the process because you got used to being that huge guy. It's like the higher you fly, the what's the expression? The higher you fly, the bigger is your fall, something like that. So for your mental health in the future, it's better to stay natural. Of course, you're not going to get big, but you would look pretty much the same, for a long time, and that's better for you. That's another reason to stay natural. But basically, if you're not doing this thing, you're not getting to bodybuilding to make money. I don't think you should ever get on drugs. It's probably not a good idea. And for those thinking about it, to be honest, I can tell you right now that I'm never going to get on drugs. I think about it often. I have thought about it for years. And like I said, I think about it often. But I'm not going to do it unless I have something to gain from it. And it has to be a lot for me to gain it before I do that because, again, I don't know much about it. I don't know what the consequences. I don't know what it implies. I don't know how much I have to invest into it. I don't know. But I don't know. I can't tell you if I'm going to get on drugs one day or not. But if you do plan on getting on those drugs, I advise you don't do it as a newbie. I advise you to be working out for 4 or 5 years. People that have built muscles naturally before getting on drugs has been the biggest monsters in this game. I'm talking about Rudy Coleman. I think he even went pro being natural. Um, Rudy Coleman, what's his name? That guy with the ponytail. Um, Kai Green was natural for a long time. I think he also turned pro naturally before getting on the drugs. What's his name? That short guy with the big arms. Lee Priest also was natural for a long time before he got on drugs, and you have seen the result. You're going to get bigger results if you train naturally for a long time. You got good size before you got on drugs. The day I'm going to get on drugs, I'm going to win the Mr. Olympia in you know what I'm saying? Anyway, while this video is getting longer, I'm going to cut it short. I rumbled a lot, went back and forth, didn't really make good point, but I hope you were able to get something from this video. I'm going to make a separate video later to let you know what I think about bodybuilding being a sport or not. But my main point is an actual bodybuilding contest is not a physical activity. Like it's not something where you do something, right? You do, but yes, you flex and all that. But bikini models, regular bikini models like Miss Canada, Miss France, Miss whatever, also do work out to get in shape, and they also do stand on stage and pose. But we don't call that a sport. We call it a pageant or whatever. So why is bodybuilding called a sport? I'll get to that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure you probably did not. Give me a thumbs up if you did by any chance. Don't be afraid to give me a thumbs down if you think it's a ridiculous video. Which, yeah, like I said, this video is gonna get a lot of hate. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.